What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back with
Gersh 1.
And today we're doing the same thing we've done for years upon millennia, upon eons, and that is answering your questions in another installment of For the Greater
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And again, it is just our voices soothing us while you drive to work, paint your miniatures, or do other nasty things. We will go back to videos soon.
Yeah.
But this question comes from Don Krill. Do we know if the Fallen are good or bad? Or is this mystery open for interpretation? Everything in the 40K universe is open to interpretation, honestly.
That's true. Yeah. Even the Chaos Gods, I'll argue that.
Yep.
Because you don't know what is good or evil because that's all based on morality, and morals change on the society, the times.
Yep.
And it's literally, good and evil, it doesn't exist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's all just 50 grades of shades of gray, of shades of gray. Shades of gray.
But to answer the question more thoroughly, the lore says that the Fallen are bad.
Yeah. Basically, it's just the remains of Luther's chaotic army, Traitors, yeah.
Yeah. And it's up to the Dark Angels to hunt them down and basically, like, kill them.
Right. But, I mean, look at Cypher. He's technically a Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Is he good or bad? He plays both sides.
That's true.
We stand versus here.
But I think that in itself is, like, then that highlights that, no, it's bad. Like, if you can be both good and bad, or, like, if you can be a traitor and you could also be, like, helping out the loyalist, at the end of the day, you still did something traitorous to the Imperium, and the Imperium shouldn't like you.
It's an interesting way of looking at things.
Yeah. I mean, it's their way, because it's
is.
like they are very, like, or the Imperium is very, like, you know, no new friends.
Yeah. Once you go black, you don't come back.
Basically.
Yeah, once you go chaos, you're chaos no matter what you do.
Blood in, blood out.
Mm-hmm. So, like, Magnus could redeem himself and save the Imperium, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be a traitor.
That's true. Good question, though.
Yeah. In your opinion, what do you guys think about the Fallen? Are they good? Are they bad?
A little bit in between.
Mm-hmm.
Next question comes from Juan Jose Medivil. To your knowledge, what is the farthest shot with a confirmed hit anyone has ever gotten? Could they go further? Ships can count 2.
Wasn't it like some... I think it was like in Afghanistan or something like that. Some U.S. soldier did like a sniper shot like over a mile away.
Oh, yeah, I think so. There's a movie about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But are you talking 40K?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, this is a 40K channel, right?
Yeah. I honestly don't think that there was any...
Yeah, anything crazy like that.
I know there was a homebrew chapter that we did a 40 Facts video for. I think they were called... it had something to do with Texas. The scorpions or serpents or the Texas something or another.
Mm-hmm.
But their whole thing is that they were marksmen, and the entire unit was like really good at shooting. And the reason for that is like an augmentation to the eyes of the Marines. It's kind of like a gene seed organ type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like actual canon lore, I can't really think of anything.
Okay, yeah. The only thing I could think of would probably be some type of like assassin. Like
Yeah.
That was it called the Vindicare Assassin?
Yep.
Is that the one that wears latex and is super thick?
Yep.
And has got a sniper?
Yeah.
And is
Big
usually a
gun.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. But again, like, these are assassins that have been pretty much conditioned at a very, very young age to become the best at what they do. So it would make sense that they could pull off like a crazy, insane long distance shot.
I think it's funny in the 40K universe sometimes when we consider like humanity like human still, when in reality
They're
like
not.
They're not yet. No, the average lifespan of a tech priest is like 500 years. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you have people like Belisarius Cawl, who has been around 10,000 years, over 10,000 years.
Right.
So yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
Next question.
This one is by PB Unit. Can the big E still get a hard D?
No, probably not.
No, it's probably fallen off.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing to go. Like when rigor mortis kicks in.
Oh, is that like that one show on Adult Swim?
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. with the burping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if you don't use it, you lose it kind of thing. And the Emperor hasn't used it in 10,000 years.
Yeah. He could try to take some, like, what is it called?
The blue pill?
Yeah, the blue pill.
But doesn't that mean he'll just forget everything that ever happened?
I thought the red pill did that.
Oh. What if you mix them?
Ooh, I don't know. You just go crazy. Go stupid. Next question comes from Bunny Hop. Do sports still thrive in the 40K universe? Do they have leagues, Olympics? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it depends on the world, obviously. Like, if you're in a Forge world, you could probably still see, like, robots kicking the ball around.
Yeah.
You do have, what's it called? The
Blood Bowl?
Blood Bowl. I was going to say
Yeah.
Blood Sport, but I'm like, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Yeah, and pleasure worlds obviously would have some type of entertainment. They can't just be like sucking and doing
other
stuff.
thing.
Yeah. So
We're not deep enough minute-wise to say that word yet.
yeah, we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It all depends. I mean, there's been like gladiatorial worlds, like where Angron was, I guess, raised in a way. And I'm pretty sure instead of just fighting, they do have like rugby or something like that.
yeah, they had the fighting pits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it just depends on the world. I mean, this is a vast sandboxy area that you guys can play around with. So yeah.
Yep. Oh, also the Feast of Blades, I think it's called.
Mm.
That's kind of a tournament.
Yeah, Kamara has stuff like that too.
Yep.
But a lot more pain and whips and stuff like that.
Yeah, and humans turned into couches.
Mm-hmm.
This next question comes from all the way to Z2. You gentlemen are obviously very intelligent and talented. Aw, thank you.
Oh, gonna make me blush.
We know about G. We know what G does for a living, but we still don't know what Sound Alchemist. Don't tell us, it will spoil the mystery.
Honestly, I thought you guys knew. Like, I don't make it like a secret. If you go back and check some of the videos, you'll see.
Yeah.
Or don't make it a secret.
Yeah, keep it a secret. Like the Loch Ness Monster.
Mm-hmm. Don't meet your heroes, guys.
No, they're Tyranids. This question comes from Eric Romero. What do you guys think of the ending of the Blackstone Fortress box set? I think they missed... this is going to spoil it for me, isn't it? I think they missed a great opportunity to make a single model like new Xeno models and maybe even a Thunderlord.
Yeah, they could have done so much more. They could have kept it going. I don't even know why they stopped producing like Blackstone Fortress stuff. I thought it sold pretty well.
I think people just weren't playing. Kind of like us. I have the box set and we've never played.
Right. Because people were more interested in the models.
Yeah.
But even then, like, you introduce this new Xeno, like, War of the World looking aliens.
Yeah.
That you could even use in 40K. You made rule sets for 9th edition for
That's
them.
true.
Why stop there?
Yeah. Even though I think what GW now is doing is they're trying to focus on, like, very specific, profitable box games.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to the GW store yesterday and I was talking to this guy and he was saying that Kill Team... Is it Kill Team? Yeah, Kill Team is not just like a miniature version of 40K anymore. Like Kill Team is legit a game in itself.
Yeah.
So I think they're focusing more on specific box games, which is why they probably stopped Blackstone Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't know what happens at the end.
I'm not going to spoil it then.
Yeah.
Because if we do play Blackstone Fortress, it'll be a surprise.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. But don't you have to be a GM?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, missed opportunity for sure right there.
Yeah. Next question.
This next question is by Just Kano. Who would win in a battle between all of the Primarks versus all of the Custodies? Thanks, fam.
Oh, Primarks.
Yeah. As good as a Custody is, like it's not a question. The best Custody was essentially equal to, I believe it was Horus in swordsmanship.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot, but that is the best Custody.
Right.
I think it was like Valdor.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, so it's like obviously, and it could be like they were just sparring too, so pretty much Horus could have been just BSing.
Yeah.
But still, to like tie with a Primark is some pretty big news, but not every Custody is like that. So
That's true. This next question comes from the big one. Do you think the greatest comeback in history belongs to LeBron's hairline? What does he look like now?
he's got. Well, I mean, when you're that rich, you can do a lot of things.
That is kind of funny. Yeah, I like because there is the transplants that TikTok keeps showing me, where they just take a piece of your hair follicles from the back of your neck or back of your head, put it in the front. Yeah, so it's a mystery why some of the famous balding people don't just do that.
Yeah, maybe they just say, hey, this is the way nature intended.
That's true.
Who am I to go against the will of nature?
But then they give veneers.
That's true.
So it's weird.
This next question is by Damned Legion. What's the best tabletop game you guys have had? Which army was it, and what made it so great?
Tabletop, like just game in general?
I guess so, because he didn't say 40K.
Oh.
But he did say which army, which leads me to think you're thinking of 40K. Honestly, I don't remember. Like, most games go on too long, and we end up saying, nah, let's just go eat.
That's true. I do think, though, that like one of my favorite armies has been Speed Freaks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a orc on a war killer trike. It's been so long since we played, I don't even remember the name.
That's true.
And then just like a bunch of like fast stuff. Because I charge. It's an alpha strike army, and I really liked it.
Yeah, just push forward. When you kill something, you can consolidate, which brings you closer. You can consolidate into combat, and it's just a train of orcs that never stops.
Ooh, that actually kind of reminded me of back in 5th edition. There was a list that if you played orcs, you could bring a squad of knobs on war bikes, and that was devastating.
Mm-hmm.
And then give them a pain boy, and the entire unit would last the whole game.
Yeah, because of wound allocation
Yeah.
at the time, it was nonsense.
So that was a pretty cool army.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember for sure having like a game where it's like, oh, that was the best. I'm pretty sure I've had one, but can't say that I remember one.
It's probably when you played Troops.
That never happened.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think there's a game that I remember vividly where you made like, I don't know what it was like modular terrain, and it was like you can go on different levels, and we were playing outside, but it was windy.
Yeah. I kind of remember. And then my neighbors looked, and then they were like, what are you guys doing? And then we were like, we're playing Warhammer. And he's like, what's that? And I said, it's kind of like Dungeons and... No, he asked, is it like Dungeons and Dragons? And then we said yes.
That's it.
Just so he can leave us alone.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to explain the hobby to people who are not part of the hobby.
Yes.
Because they try to, like, grasp it right away. So they're like, oh, like a video game. No. It's like, oh, like checkers. No. Just like, go away. Next question.
This one's by Psycho Mikey. If given enough time, could the Tau figure out faster than light travel akin to Necron tech?
Tau, yeah.
I don't know if it'll be similar to Necron tech, but yeah, they could find faster than light travel.
You do have to look at it like this, though. The Necrons, the way that they were able to get like such like physics bending technology is because of the Catan. The Catan basically helped them out. So the Tau would need some type of godly being to help them out as well.
Right. Because, I mean, when you look at the Necrons, they weren't doing very well before the Catan.
No, they only lived like 10 years.
Yeah, they had cancer. They looked ugly.
Rigor mortis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Need I say more? So, yeah, it was the Catan that turned their life upside down.
And now, look at them.
They got turned upside up.
Yep. Inside out.
Mm-hmm. This next question is by Alfarius. There is a theory that the Emperor predicted and planned the heresy. Basically, his plan was that once the crusade was done, there would be not as much need for the hundreds and thousands of Space Marines, so the heresy would be a way to vastly reduce the numbers. Then, once the Imperium achieved peace in the galaxy, he would have to deal with all the genetically roided up demigods who were created to wage war. But then Chaos got involved and got way more Primarks on the traitor side than the Emperor planned and hoped for. I mean, the Emperor has shown that he has no issue wiping out legions, number 2 and 11th. So what do you guys think about this theory? And if you agree, did you know about it? Do you think he planned it? Thanks. Listening to you guys make chores fly by.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Like most Hispanics, I turn on music to clean the house. You turn us on.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard of this theory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think it's true. I do think that the Emperor wanted to destroy the Primarks and the Space Marines, like how he was, well, maybe not the Primarks, but the Space Marines for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like how he did with the Thunder Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Horus Heresy did not seem like it was planned.
Yeah, I don't see a reason as to why the Emperor would willingly turn his favorite son to the other team.
Yeah.
And get interred on the Golden Throne and have, Ferrus Manus be beheaded and whatnot. Like, all the stuff that Chaos was doing was not beneficial to humanity, and that's literally the opposite of what the Emperor wanted.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I think theories like this are cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
you could always just go for it, twist it, make it make sense, because there are ways that it does make sense. But in my opinion, it's just like, to me, the Emperor did see Space Marines as tools to be discarded, but it's like, even if you conquer the galaxy and peace is achieved, like, there's no way that peace will stay for very long.
That's true.
Human nature will always find something to vilify and attack, or outside forces, Xenos, etc., will attack, and it's like, at some point, the Imperial Guard isn't enough.
Right.
So it's like, just keep the Space Marines.
Yeah. This next question comes from Jacob Records. Are you two related? You look like you could be brothers. We are related, or cousins.
Country cousins?
Yep.
Count to 3 cousins?
Yeah. Oh, one. No, I can't do his voice.
This next one is by Don Krill, and I think by this point in the video we are far enough to say this word.
Oh, sweet.
So he says, first of all, Gersh, fuck Prometheus. Now for the question. What's your favorite sport? Since you guys are Latinos, I presume, I hope for soccer or football, like us Europeans.
I don't think that's fair for you to say Prometheus is a FU. I enjoyed it. I think you have to I think it's like the lore behind the movie. The movie itself is probably not that good, but yeah, I think the lore behind it was cool.
Yeah, the thought behind the actual
engineers and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Also, like the illusions and the connections to God or to Jesus and like the Bible and all that kind of stuff. That xenomorph thing that is born is basically Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have Michael Fassbender.
Yes. But what was the other part of his question?
Oh, what's our favorite sport?
Oh. I mean, I don't have a favorite sport. I've never been into sports. So UFC is probably the closest thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, growing up, we played a lot of sports. Volleyball, ultimate frisbee, soccer, basketball, football. But you were never into sports.
No. Like, I never joined a team.
Yeah, this is all stuff we did with like friends, like outside of school. And
we were hood rats.
We'd go to the local
church,
park.
Actually.
Yeah, church, park,
yeah.
School, if you will.
Yeah.
And we just play with the neighborhood hood rats, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of those.
So you don't have a favorite one, though?
No, I don't think I do. I love them all equally. Yeah. I have no horse.
No horse. Polo. Also, it's cool that you're from Europe. Next question comes from Just Kano. We've already done that one. Yeah. Next question. Do you have one?
This one's by Miguel Perez. Since we have it hammered into our heads that Asterath has no psychic powers, how is he hearing the music that the Black Rage Lost Brothers emit? Also, what is causing this music? I think it's just like symbolism. Asterath the Grim is the executioner of the Blood Angels. He beheads the Black Rage fallen brothers of the who can't really do anything. Like, they're a lost cause.
Yeah.
And I think the music that he hears is probably either like sanguineous or some type of psychic backlash that only he, since he is the executioner, can hear, and that's how he knows what to do, when to do it, and how to do it the most efficiently.
Yeah, really cool lore.
It is, yeah. The dude's pretty cool, pretty badass. I like his sculpt. I just wish it wasn't so embellished with the Blood Angel stuff, but...
Oh, yeah. It would be hard to kit bash.
Yeah.
And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to us and you did what you had to do while listening to us.
Hopefully your chores are done.
Yeah.
Because if you only do your chores while you're listening to us, then...
You only got 20 minutes.
Yep. The clock's ticking.
Yeah.
So, thanks again for listening, guys. This has been The Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
And we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.